Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Pear, and welcome back to the Goon Squad SMP series. And we are starting episode 6 off today at the new base here. As you can see, I did a little bit of work in this cave area. I think before it was a little bit shallower, so I just made it a little bit deeper. Some extra details, and then I have this entrance down here. Like I said in the last episode, this base we're making is gonna be underground, so let me take you guys on down here. As you can see, I have been a little bit busy. So as you can see, if you know what a auto-sorting storage system is, you can see that I'm working on one here. This is my first time doing one of these, so it's been a little rough. So I had to do a lot of reworking and figuring out how everything worked. But I think I did figure it out. So I've got all the sorters and whatnot going on. I've got the double chests. And I've got this thing which shoots it out into this water stream that I have. It basically just takes it along the edge of the hoppers and around and then back over to this side. Because I didn't want to have two input chests, so I just made it so that it wraps around. I might end up changing it maybe so that it like goes upwards, then over, and then down. But I'm not sure about that yet, just because that seems like a lot of work and I feel like I don't need to do that. But this room definitely, obviously, is not going to stay like this. I think I actually might dig downwards and have these chests be maybe 1 or 2 blocks above my feet rather than here, because if I try to make my normal design of the room that I had in mind around the fact that there's like these stone bricks and whatnot and this ice here, it'll get kind of tight and it'll only be a few blocks high, which is not good. So the plan for today's episode is to do a whole lot of work on this beginning part of my base, which will be the storage area. I doubt we'll get it completely finished, but I do want to either get the second part of the storage system completed, or at least started. Either that, or maybe figure out the design for the room, as well as the blocks that go in here. So, I think the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of mess around with this place, and I think I'll just cut back to you guys whenever I find something I like. Okay guys, after a little bit of work, I did, as you can see, get a little bit of a room design going here. I'm pretty happy with it. It's kind of matching the vibe that I wanted with the futuristic, modern type of thing going on. I incorporated some ice into there, as well as the glowstone for lighting. And as you can see, I'm using some quartz, white concrete, and cyan terracotta, which I just think looks pretty good together. This right here is going to be what leads down to the next level of storage. So this is kind of like the bulk storage area for things that I think I need like 2 double chests for. So like all of these blocks right here, you know, there's a high likelihood that I could fill up at least 1 double chest. And some of these not so much. I kind of doubt that I'll get 2 double chests of like deep slate or like blackstone probably, but like just in case, because it is definitely possible. But from now on, we're gonna have a much larger selection of chests. Except there will only be 1 double chest for like the storage of it. There won't be 2 of them, which I think actually makes my job a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to clear out the room for that, and we'll start working on that right now. Alright guys, I've just started clearing out the space for the next part of this storage room, and as you can see, we do have some extra stone floating around, so I thought this was the perfect time to test out our storage system. So let's try it out. Let's put all the stone that I have in my inventory in there, and let's actually even take some more out of here. Let's see, that should be most of it, which is fine. Let's put that in here as well. So we do that. There we go. And that's a lot of stone. Let's actually see how much that was again. So it was about 9 and then 11. Let's just say 11, yeah, 11 stacks and 24 is what we put in there, I think. So between this chest and this chest, we should see that the items do get put in there. So let's just let that go while we get the rest of this area cleared out, and hopefully by the end of it we can double check up there in the tunnel system and see if anything got stuck, but it shouldn't have, and hopefully it'll all be in there correctly. So I'm double checking on it here, and I'm thinking that the reason that sometimes these stone blocks are getting by is, one, maybe they're just going too fast, which really I can't do a whole lot about. But another thing that I thought of that's possible is that this thing is actually shooting these blocks out too fast, which I actually forgot about. So we're going to slow that down, and hopefully that should allow for a lot less room for error, and maybe we won't be losing those blocks, because thankfully for the stone I do have another storage on the other side, and I think about like 7 got past there. But I think now that this thing is going a lot slower, this thing should pick up all of those blocks, and it shouldn't really be a problem. Alright guys, I just put some more stone in there, and checking up on this chest here, it looks like this is working just absolutely great. I just put a ton more in there from the little section I just dug out over there. But last time we checked, there was 29 stone in here, and there's still 29 stone, which is a great thing. That just means that none of it is flying past the hopper, and I think that is because the hopper actually has time to unload the items into the chest, rather than it being full and then being flown by. So that was definitely the problem as far as I can tell. So that is a really good sign, guys. Alright guys, as you can see, I did get this entire area cleaned out, and basically my thought process behind this is that I'm going to have another set of chests, just like this little area here, basically. So I cleared out a little 6-block deep, which actually, now I'm looking at it, is probably not enough, so I'll have to clear that out a little bit more. But oh well. But basically, it's just it's 15 blocks long, so that, because I'm gonna put 15 chests on either side, which is 30 more items, and I honestly don't currently know what all the items I want to be storing are, and then so I just kind of like, I guess I would say eyeballed it, and I'm like, okay, well 30 items seems like enough for like bulk auto sorting storage, and then everything else I can just make different chests for, and then sort them myself, because obviously I'm not going to make a sorting system for every single item in the game, so I'm just keeping it kind of small. You know, this is my first one, so I don't want to get too crazy with it. But yeah, let's get started on the next part of our sorting system.
God damn! Alright, I'm back.
As you said, Isaac came back. Alright guys, as you can see, we did get the entire room cleared out, like I said earlier. And then right here, as you can see, we did get the redstone for the item sorters done. And I did do that on both sides here. And then we also got the little items in here that are helping to filter. In the next episode, we will figure out which items we want to be putting into these different sorters. And then we'll also get the room design in here finished. And that means that in the next episode, we'll have this whole storage area done, which I'm pretty excited about. And then from there, we can expand into the base. I have visions for sort of a huge center room, just to like separate the different like quadrants of my base, and then hopefully have some kind of cool design. I'm thinking maybe even a beacon if we can get our hands on one and put one in there. And speaking of beacon, that is definitely something that I need to work on, because if my base is going to be digging out blocks like I am now, which it definitely is because I'm building this underground, even though I have a netherite efficiency 5 silk touch pickaxe, which is the fastest pickaxe obviously you can get in the game, it is still taking me an absolutely ridiculously long time to mine out this gigantic area. And I mean, this really isn't even that big, but this is a lot of blocks to mine out that I've mined out. You can see that I got a lot over there, and then you can imagine the same thing over there, and then this whole area. That's not a small amount of blocks, but like in relativity to the rest of my base, like as a whole, this is just a small chunk of what I'm going to be digging out. So I definitely need to work on, we need to beat the Ender Dragon, and then kill the Wither, get the what is that called? Nether Star, I think? Something like that. And make that beacon, because that's going to make our job probably 10 times faster with Haste 2, just insta-mining stone, because, I mean, look how slow it is. Like, that's, I mean, that's not slow, but the fact that I have to, like, sit there for maybe even, like, half a second to mine those blocks is kind of ridiculous. So, we definitely need to work on getting a beacon. But, yeah, that is all we're going to do for today's episode. Like I said, we'll finish up the storage area in the next episode. And other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the next Goon Squad SMP video. Peace out, guys.